a lot of problems and a lot of financial problems, and that causes, other things in our life.
And it's all about survival right now.
Who went bankrupt, and the bank foreclosed on their home.
What are we going to do? What are we going to do? What are we going to do? I mean, as a man, it's tough to hear that all the time because it's our responsibility to provide. So it was much easier for me to get away from that and say I'll do the best I can do, and that's all I can do. It's going to be a little difficult. It's the first time I've been back here since we left it.
They decided to separate.
It's tough.
But though they are living apart, they cannot end their marriage. They don't have the $10,000 to $15,000 it will cost them to legally divorce.
When I talk stress, I look at that house and think of all my life savings from that house.
Since they've lost their house, they're left trying to raise what money they can by selling their possessions at this yard sale.
1980 Yankees. These are things that I've had most of my life, and to part with them is very difficult.
But the house was their most valuable asset. Without it, no divorce.
I think all the memories here.
Well, if you go to him, you're going once, twice, first color time. Go to him, because the Burns are not alone. The collapse of the housing market is reshaping the way people marry and divorce across the country. In downtown Phoenix every weekday, dreams go up for sale as foreclosed homes are auctioned off.
The average day is anywhere from around 30 to 50 homes.
In parts of Phoenix, the market is down nearly 50%. Across town, Chris and Sherry Stewart are stuck living together even though they are getting divorced. They were married 17 years when they decided to end it. Now, 5 months into their divorce proceedings, they can't separate because they can't sell their house.
I just really need to get away. I need to get away. I can't get away. Because of the market, because of the Phoenix market, I cannot get away.
And so, until they can sell their $1 million home, the Stewarts are living under the same roof. At first, they thought it might be an advantage, a transition period for the kids.
You want to get a napkin or a paper towel?
Instead of an abrupt and painful separation, a good and gradual divorce.
You told Dad about your dental appointment?
Yeah, Mikey. But as weeks stretched into months, it didn't turn out that way.
I think it'd be easier if we didn't.
Yeah, I think it brings a sense of finality to it much sooner if you're able to put it up. At times it almost feels like nothing has changed.
Except the arguing got worse.
And what do you mean by that?
Well, because
the wrong frame of mind.
I think you're thinking.
So what?
I think you're thinking I'm trying to screw you right now. That's what I think you're thinking.
So the wrong frame of mind. You're treating me like a child.
The stress that brings is starting to wear on their children.
We haven't been talking about it much.
Oh yeah, is that better? Do you
I'd rather not talk about it than to talk about it because it's very emotional when we talk about the divorce.
You've had enough of this now. You're ready for this to be over. I'm done. From the outside, it sure looks like you had the perfect family.
Yeah, it really does. All my friends are like, what? They're getting divorced? It's weird because you're just like stuck. And it's like, I'm eager to move on too because you're just like stuck in this one spot and you can't do anything about it.
Sherry tried to console her middle child.
I just want it to be over it. Because I know it's going to happen, but it won't. It won't just be over before we can start getting used to what it's going to be like.
Are you ready for that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's not your fault.
Sorry. Thinking of those good stuff. Having both your parents live here, has that made it easier or harder, do you think?
I think for a while it did make it a lot easier, but after 3, 4, 5 months, it started getting, we were ready to just move on, and it just won't move on, and it won't do that, especially because we can't sell the house yet.
So would you recommend to anybody else to live together while they were divorcing?
No. I think that it comes out of necessity, not out of... It's not a better way to do it.
It isn't a better way to do it.
I don't think so. I think for a while, maybe it's a good thing. I think it was good for the kids a while. I think they've had enough now.
They want it over.
Yeah.
It wasn't until the kids said to me, it's time to sell the house. They've had that, and I'm kicking myself for not listing the house earlier.
But 9 months into their divorce proceedings, the Stewarts were all still living in the same home.
So is there any such thing as a good divorce? Is this a good divorce? Good divorce. I can't put those two words together. It doesn't feel like that to me. It feels like my heart's getting ripped apart. It feels like I'm trudging through mud sometimes. It feels like it's never going to end. So if this is a good one, I can't imagine going through what those other people did.
Well, the Stewart's divorce was finalized in April, and just last week, Sherry Stewart finally moved to a new home. You can see Cynthia's full hour tomorrow night on Primetime Family Secrets at 10/9/6. Well, when we come back, breaking news from the oil spill. We'll have the latest on the operation to stop the leak.
And now I'll turn it over to the Gecko.
Ah, thank you, sir. As you all know, Geico has been saving people money on RV, camper and trailer insurance, as well as motorcycle insurance. Sorry, technical difficulties.
What about this?
What's this one do? Maybe that one.
Okay, let's keep rolling. You run motorcycle insurance?
Take 15 minutes to see how much you could save on motorcycle, RV, and camper insurance.
There's oil out there we've got to capture. My job is to hunt it down. I'm Fred Lamont, and I'm in charge of BP's efforts to remove oil from these waters. BP has taken full responsibility for the cleanup, and that includes keeping you informed. Every morning, over 50 spotter planes and helicopters take off and search for the oil. We use satellite images, infrared, and thermal photography to map the target oil. Then the boats go to work. Almost 6,000 vessels. These are thousands of local shrimp and fishing boats organized into task forces and strike teams, plus specialized skimmers from around the world. We've skimmed over 27 million gallons of raw water mixture and removed millions more with other methods. We've set out more than 8 million feet of boom to protect the shoreline. I grew up on the Gulf Coast, and I love these waters. We can't keep all the oil from coming ashore, but I'm going to do everything I can to stop it. And we'll be here as long as it takes to clean up the Gulf.
Sunday morning, August 1st, the premiere of ABC This Week with Christiane Amanpour.
I'm Christiane Amanpour. Sunday morning, see your world this week on ABC.
Sunday, August 1st.
The world's newsmakers answer to you.
I'm Ron Johnson, and I approve the president.
28 years in politics, and Russ Feingold is stuck in the mud. Feingold's starting his campaign slinging mud at Ron Johnson. Ron Johnson opposes drilling in the Great Lakes, and Russ Feingold knows it. Great Lakes drilling's already illegal, and Feingold knows that too, because he voted against the law that protected the lakes. That's right, Feingold was the only Great Lakes senator to vote no. Feingold, politics, partisan politician Russ Feingold, stuck in the mud.
When are you starting your homework? Right here.
Charter TV in digital with on demand.
How long are you going to do that? Just do my ears.
Charter Internet with television for extra bursts of speed.
Oh, dear.
No, right?
Charter phone with unlimited long-distance calling. Lock in your low price for 2 full years. Smart Smart with Charter. Bundle packages start at only $89. Did you know you can play 6 or injure any of your more than 250 dogs? The good news is the experts at Marshfield Clinic can fix that. Very orthopedic group, we have twice as many specialists trained in everything from sports medicine to total joint replacement.
I can feel my nose.
Visit yourcare.com and find out how we can keep things moving.
Truck, I'm jealous, because here's the point. Sales event, all he really has to do is say, oh, the F-Series is the best.
How can I get into the webcam?
Ford Ranger pick up in the country. Now jobs even easier. Deals are even better. Matt, how you doing? Get latte? No.
Now get a super package with up to 100. Visit your Northland Ford